Hello everyone, welcome to another stream. Today I'm having a look at the new DPS simulations freeware Birmingham cross city line. The work in progress. At the moment I'm at Longbridge station and the final station is Redditch, which is about 8 miles away. Now, these stations can be found around in the Birmingham area, so I thought that I would use a Class 350 quick drive scenario that I'm going to do. So I'm not going to run to a timetable. I just thought I'd drive along and just check the route out as we go along. You can find this route on the DP simulation website. I believe it was released today. Just open the doors. So yeah, it looks like a nice route again, up to the usual standards of DPS simulations. She's also done the Newcastle to York route as well in the past, as well as some others. But yeah, get in the cab and let's just do a quick drive. So let's go, I think. As I said before, this is still work in progress, so I'm sure over time there'll be more added to it. Quite a small download. It was about 27 megabytes, something like that. But you do have to read the README file because you do have to have some payware scenery installed, because this route does use assets from those payware routes. So I'm just gonna spend this stream just having a look at the route as I just drive along and not pay too much attention to the driving or speed limits, etc. Obviously keep below speed limits, but I just really wanted to check the scenery out really as we go along. Now, I believe this is very similar to the route that was in BBE. Now, BBE is another train simulator. For a long time, they've had a Birmingham Cross City route. And I think a lot of the stations that are on that route are also in this route, I think. Or will be. What I will try and do is stop at the different stations, just have a look around at the different stations, the texturing and all sorts of things. just approaching Barnt Green now. There's lots of sound effects in the background as well, ambient effects and things like that. I think I recognise this station. Obviously, a few little bugs there, like the man stuck in the ground. Obviously, here as well, but not too bad. But all these things will be fixed. Just looking at this station, actually, this is the I remember this from BVE. I think this is the station that had like the I think this had like the water things installed, so that because the curve's quite tight, so when trains would come round this, there's a lot of noise with the flange. The people that live locally used to complain about the noise because it was really loud. So they installed like some water jets or something, so that when a train came along, it would spray water on the tracks, which would then help stop the noise being as bad as what it would be. I think that's what happened. Yeah, because I think on the BVE route, Redditch was like the start-stop station, and then you drove, and then you went on it all the way to Birmingham. Yeah, now it's all coming back, so I could have drove this the other way, I guess. Of course, if I'm talking complete nonsense, then please let me know. But I think that's what it was. But yeah, this is looking good. Anyway, let's get back in the train, and let's carry on towards Redditch. Oops, good. Yeah, you can really hear it there. Just seeing if Redditch is on here. Probably won't be. Could call it a special, I guess. No, I'm speeding, that's not good. No, it doesn't seem to have it on here. I'm not surprised with, really. Yeah. Yeah, not in service. We'll use that one. Yeah, so it shows up as not in service, which is good. Because it really is not really in service, although there are people sitting in it. But we'll just say that they're whoever. Yeah, this is very similar to the BVE route. Obviously better than a BVE route though. Lots of clickety clacks, that's for sure. Have a quick look around this station. Over here, got someone's house, got a nice little like a Mercedes there. Yeah. Got there. Nice assets around anyway, that's for sure. Quite nice detailing. Obviously that the sound of traffic. Even though you can't even hear any cars, but see any cars, but still you get the idea of that there's things here. Nice. Right, let's get back in the train then. Cross-country train poster. Church. Right, and let's head off then to the next stop. Hey, Kevrev. Yeah, this is actually, you know, the BVE route Cross City. DP Simulations, you know, Darren. He's just released. He's been working on his own version of the route. You know, he's the guy that did East Coast Mainline Northeast. You know, York to Newcastle. Yeah, he's just released today this. It's not the full route, but he's working on it. So he's just released like the first part of it. So it goes from Longley to Redditch. So I'm just doing a quick drive of it now. I've only literally downloaded it about 20 minutes ago. It's about 27 meg download. So I'm just stopping at each little station and having a quick look around at what there is really, because I know that he always does puts a lot of detail into the routes that he does. But when you go to the website and have a look, you will realise that there's quite a few routes that you have to have. As always, when you get routes, you'll sometimes need other pay rare routes as well. They use assets from other routes. That's probably why the actual download size is quite small. So what I'll do is when I get to the end of the road, Redditch that is, I'll probably do a quick drive scenario going back the other way. The route's not very long at the moment, it's about 8 miles so far, but I know that he's working on more pits. Oh yeah, Hammerwich. Yeah, that was cool as well. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, Hammerwich, and it had all the southern region stations with like really weird names. Like there was like one for Preston Park, but it was called something else. I can't really remember the names now. I think that was the one, or maybe that was a different one. But Hammerwich. Actually, no, maybe it wasn't. Yeah, but there was another one anyway. But anyway, yeah, Hammerwich had like lots of high speed bits in it, didn't it? I think. Oh, I'm going a bit too fast. Look at me, too busy talking. Oh well, that's right. But anyway, yeah, lots of Me bad. Right, hang on. That's why I hate driving in this view, because I always mess up. Yeah, BBE had some quite good routes actually, I think. I used to like BBE. Yeah, that was good also. That was done by the same guy that did the Cross City line. Anthony Bowden, I think his name was. Is it Anthony Bowden, something like that. Yeah, that was pretty good as well. I think I only played the version which used to go not as far as rugby though. I think I played the one that was like rugby. I think it was like the original version, I think. I kept seeing videos where he was going to do like a version that had that I always kept seeing videos of like what he was working on, but I didn't ever actually know it was released in the end. But then I think I'd already gone off BB at that point. But yeah, if I play this the other way around from Redditch to Longbridge, and that's kind of exactly like how the BBE route used to be. Right. Gonna kick me out in a minute. Oh, hang on, is that a Reaver? Oh, Arrival. I thought that was like an Arriva bus. That was funny. Arrival. What's this up here then? This looks like a travel lodge or something. Is that a travel lodge, I wonder? Or Premier Inn or something like that? That's interesting. Bit like a Premier Inn with that blue and stuff. I'll have to have a look at that on Google Maps. But yeah, it looks like he's done a good job anyway. I'm just going to come out of here and then I'll... Right, let's do this again. Quick drive. Right, let's go from Redditch to Longbridge. Right, let's do it the other way. What's that? You didn't know what? You know me, I'm probably babbling on about something. What was that? What was it? What was it that you didn't know about? Oh, that he was the same guy that did the... I don't know, I'll wait for you to answer. Oh, by the way, Kevrev, Steam had a flash sale on. I don't know if it's still on now. But I managed to pick up that route you were talking to me about the other day, the Teesdale route. They had it in a flash sale. They had it for like 60% off, so I picked it up for 11 quid with the Class 105 pack as well. So I had a little look at it earlier. It's quite a nice little route. So I'll have a look at that more in the coming days, though. But yeah, it's quite good that they had a flash sale today. I'm just going to have a quick look around, just get these people on board. Checking out the cars, look like all usual. Got out the headlights. Yeah, hang on, guard. Hang on now. Now, which one is the day one? Is that? That's not the day one, is it? No, that's not it. Is it that one? Is that the day one? No idea. Crap. Is the pantograph up? It is now. Oh, it's a bit quiet. I was like, why is it so quiet? I didn't have to do the pantograph when I came the other way. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, not in service, that'll do. Oh, I don't know, whatever. The master switch. Where's the headlights, Dan? Oh, there you go. That one. That's the one. Right, that's it. Right. God, I'm such an amateur. Oh, I didn't want to do that, did I? Right. I wanted to zoom out. That's what I wanted to do. Right. Go off then. Go the other way. If I can. Yeah. Yeah, I had a quick look at it earlier on. It looked quite interesting. Obviously, it came with lots of different stock and things. You had the Class 27, I think, and the Shunter as well. Was it a Class 7, I think? But yeah, I'm looking forward to having a look through that and just having a look to see what scenarios and that are out there. I'm trying to think, was it in the BBE route? Wasn't it a Class 321, 321 that was the train that you drove in that? Or was it something else? So yeah, if you like to look at this route, go to the DP Simulation website, and what I'll do is when I stop at the next station, I will put the web link in chat, so you guys can have a look and check it out. If you like the route and you like some of the other stuff that Darren does, I would probably be good if you could donate towards his website, because he's got lots of good stuff on there. He's got other reskins, scenarios, all sorts of things. If you like some of the stuff he does, you know, and if you can, try and donate if you can. That would be great. I think you would appreciate that. I believe originally that Darren was also the guy that did the Just Trains Newcastle to York Bodden route, and I think he might have also done the Bristol to Exeter route as well, Just Trains. Although, don't quote me on that one, but I think he might have done. Oh, okay, here we go. Hello, cows. Guess it's not going to rain, is it? No. Oops. That's because I messed up again. It's because I'm on outside view and I forget that I've got to keep an eye on the damn... blimmin'... hate that. Always keep doing that. Noel, I was saying that that all I was saying was that, you know, I was gonna post a link to Darren's website so that if anybody was watching, because I think there's a few viewers watching this stream at the moment. So I'll post the link, and I was just saying that on his website, it has a lot of good stuff. He has a lot of routes and reskins, scenarios, not just by him but by other people. But you know, you can donate if you can, because he does some good stuff. So that was all I was saying, and I was also saying just the fact that Darren has done some routes in the past. I think he was the guy that did New York. He was the guy that originally did Just Trains Newcastle to York Modern route, and also I believe he did Bristol to Exeter as well. The Just Trains. He was the guy that done those routes. Although don't take that on as read on the last thing, the Bristol to Exeter, but I'm certain he might have done it. But if anyone knows otherwise, then let me know. Yeah, I will do. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get to the next station, and then I'll once I've stopped, I'll post the link. But he does have some scenarios in the workshop. But then he also has a version of Newcastle to. He has the East Coast Mainline route in the workshop as well, but it's not the latest version. So if you go to the website, you can download the latest version of that route. It's basically the route from York to Newcastle, but then he's also got it branched off so that it includes Middlesbrough to Darlington, etc. as well. And also he's extended it recently down towards Leeds. But yeah, I'm just going to come up to Alvechurch, and then I'll put the web link in chat. But like all the routes that you get, you know, you've just got to read the README file, because there could be lots of assets that you might need to download, or you might need to have lots of pay rare routes. You have to bear that in mind as well. You know, it's a bit like if you get the Armstrong Powerhouse Wherry Lines route, you don't sort of realise until you look at the information before you purchase it that it actually needs quite a few routes for things. I'm gonna make it, am I? No, not just about. Right, yeah, let's get the doors open. Right, let me have a look at that link then. Let me find the link. Oh, here you go. I'm going to post it now anyway. Here you go. So that's the web link. So lots of good stuff there. He's done some scenario packs. He's also did a Haymarket to Carstairs extension. So if you've got the Edinburgh to Glasgow route, you can get an extension to that. And there's also loads of good repaints there, not by him, but by other people as well. So it's quite a good little handy little site. Quite a lot of good stuff there. Yeah, that's right, exactly. That's like Vulcan's Northern Line. Yeah, you need loads of additional content. Some of it is like you have to go on to like UK Train Sim, I think. download a lot of things from there, or you can get them through other means as well, I think. But I had a lot of the stuff already from UK Train Sim, the asset packs and things like that. But yeah, that's actually quite a nice little route as well. The Blackpool one. I'll have to do that in a stream probably tomorrow, I think. Right, let's carry on with this anyway. Yeah, so the next station is the one that was very, very noisy. I remember it from BVE, where you go around the very sharp curve and then there was like water jets on the track that would spray onto it. Now it's not on here, but not to say it won't ever be, but I do remember that from BVE. Had the little water jets. Because as I was saying earlier in the stream, because the flange is quite noisy, so someone worked out that I think the local story was that somebody that lived locally realised that when it rained, that the flange wasn't as noisy. But then they worked out that when there was water on the line, then obviously it helped to cut down on the noise. So they had a system so that when a train enters the station, it starts spraying water onto the tracks. Obviously, if it's not raining, that'd be a bit silly if the track's already wet. And on BVE, when you're going into that station, you see like little water things on the track, like shower heads spraying water. Obviously, the water's not animated; it's just things. Yeah. Yeah, this is why the speed limit is so low, though. Yeah, Barnt Green, that's the one. That's the station. I'd hate to live around here, it'd be so noisy. Yeah, you got a 15-mile-an-hour limit when you go into Barnt Green. Always remember this from BV. It was all kind of turns and low speed limits, and then you got to a part which was like high speed, and I really liked that bit. And then you got that bit, and then you went all the way to Birmingham. It was kind of like that all the way to Birmingham then. Right, here's going to be flange craziness again. Actually, sorry about that. I could probably make you all deaf. Blow all your ears away. Before I've gone back in the cab. just have a quick look around the station again. I've looked around this station earlier, but for those that are new to this stream, I'll just have a quick wander around again and show you what's here. Yeah, hang on, I'm coming, conductor. Wait. I think they're driver-only trains anyway on this route. Let's go up here. Well, how am I supposed to get through there then? That's a bit daft. Oh no, you can't. Quite an interesting footbridge. You can't actually go up there. But anyway. Not bad though, it's quite good. I mean, if someone did this as a pay rare route, obviously a bit longer than what it is now, but I mean, once it's done, if someone done this as a pay rare route, I'd be quite happy to pay for it, that's for sure. Right. Let's head off then. So the next stop is Longbridge. And then that's basically the end of the line. There is a little bit more track, but I mean, these are the only stations that it covers for now. Yeah, this was a bit that I used to love on BBE, because you used to get this and then you used to see the 90 and you used to go, yay, now I can go fast. That's what I used to think. I was so fed up with going around at 15 or 20 or 30. It was just like, yeah, I can actually go faster now. That was pretty cool. I used to go, yeah, warp speed, I used to say, Mr. Sulu. If I went. So I'm going to have to slow down in a minute. Longbridge. I better start slowing down now. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, did I do it again? Hope not. No, I thought for a minute I'd actually... We're just about to get to the end of the line. This is Longbridge. Look over here. Yes, I know I've reached the end. Gonna have a quick look around. Yeah, not too bad. I'll be looking forward to seeing it when it's I have no idea what it's going to be when it's done. Got no idea really. You could always shoot an email off to Darren and ask him, I guess. Well, it might actually have some information about where it is. Having a look at the website page. Yeah, it doesn't actually say it. I mean, it just says cross city, but I mean, if the cross city line goes to Lichfield thing, it's probably going to have the whole route, I guess. I would gather. Yeah, I'm just trying to think actually. I wonder if there's something else I should put on. Actually, I know what I could do. Let's have a look. So we got. Let's do Darlington maybe. Well, there was another thing actually. I know why. It could be because I got a near electric. Change to something else. Let's do something like. No. Who would normally be driving? I'm gonna do this one. I'm just gonna do a. I don't think Northern Rail would be driving that route, would they? I'll do Northern Rail anyway. Yeah, I'll do Northern Rail. I'm trying to work out why I can't pick up the other stuff. Hang on a minute, I need to look at that again. Oh, that was the latest one. Oh, here you go, here it is. I think I'll just do this. I mean, that's probably wrong, but you know. So yeah, this is another route that he's done as well, which you can download. So this is the section from Darlington to Middlesbrough. So I've just done a quick drive with a Class 158 Northern. I don't know if Northern actually do that route, but anyway, probably not. I'm not very good with rail companies up north. So if anybody up there is watching this is from up north, I do apologise if I've chosen the wrong train operator. Actually, I just realised that this video is going to be like one whole long video, isn't it? Stream, but that's okay. Not to worry. Yeah, this doesn't take too long. I don't think. 5 hours, 6 hours, something like that. No, only joking. I don't think it's too long. I got a feeling though that it might crash. I might get a memory dump because I just realised I should have come out of Train Sim first. Because I'm probably going to run out of virtual memory now. Being that Train Sim's really funny about that. Actually, yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on that. Right, so anyway. Yes, here we are anyway. We're at Darlington. We're in one of the bay platforms. So like East Coast Mainline stuff would going over across the other side and over here. That's why there's pantographs and electric lines. Right, so let's get back in here and just need to do the headlights as well. Come on. Here we go. Let's say Waterloo on that one. I don't well. Let's just pretend we're going to Waterloo. No idea. Right. I do apologise for the noise. We're just going to join onto the East Coast Mainline for a little bit. I really hope he's going to go down there. Yes, he is. Oh. Right, so we go down here. Yeah, I do have Just Trains content. I've got the original Bristol to Exeter route, the Newcastle modern line, the really old version that came out years ago, the Mardenshire route, which is like a fictional route but has lots of things in it which I kind of like, and then the Western Main Lines as well. That's the latest one that I've got, and also some of the I've got the Voyager Advanced, the Class 60 Advanced, Class 67 Advanced, I think, or just the Class 67 that they did, and also the Class 20 Advanced, and what else? I think that's it actually. Though I'm sure I've missed something. Yeah, it's not too bad to Middlesbrough. It's like 13 miles, although not too bad. One thing I like about Just Trains is their loyalty point system, actually, because sometimes you buy some things. I also bought some things from Just Flight, which is their like thing for flight sims. When you ever bought from their shop, you get like points. That's quite handy because sometimes you wait for a sale to come on and then you can almost like get something for nothing if you've bought a few things in the past and then you've saved the points, so that's quite good. I'm not going to stop at any of the stations, I'm just going to go through them. So the first station that's coming up is called Dinsdale. I think that's a Pacer, I think, 142. Oh, that was good. That was in Northern Train livery, so yeah. I think actually I did okay, I think. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, but the thing about Dovetail is that if you tend to wait around until there's like they've got a sale on anyway, sometimes you can pick up stuff really cheap. I mean, it's like in the past what I've done, especially with the last couple of versions. I didn't do it with this version of Train Sim, but in the past when Train Sim 15 and 16 came out, I used to think, well, there's no need to rush and buy it. You know, I mean, I got it upgraded anyway, but what I mean is there was a few routes that were bundled with it, which I didn't have, and I thought, well, I'll just wait maybe 4 or 5 months to a Steam sale, and then normally they always used to offer it up to 80% off. I used to get it then. I didn't obviously get it this time because I just thought, well, part of it was just the fact that I actually wanted to get the version with the you know, the beta access, because I thought, well, if it ever comes out and up in a sale 80% off, then obviously that's not gonna Plus, I think with the... Yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter, but kind of get what I mean. Wow, there's an aeroplane there. I think that was an aeroplane. Oh yeah, because there's a I think this is a Eastside Airport, I think that is. That looks more like a radio controlled aircraft, I think, rather than a real one. Hello. Hi Rob, how are you? Hope you're well. Just to let you know, Rob, what I've done is originally I did a stream which is still ongoing where I tried out the Birmingham Cross City line, but what I did is I've now moved on to the East Coast Mainline between Darlington and Middlesbrough. So this part you're seeing now is the bit between Darlington and Middlesbrough, basically. Hiya, Rob. Best thing to do is if you scroll up the link, there should be a link to the web page, and then there'll be like information on the route and also information, for example, of like what routes and any other freeware assets that you need. Yeah, if you go to his web page, you'll see that he does some other routes as well. He's done another one which is based in Devon, for example. He's also working on the East Coast Mainline at the moment between York and Newcastle. He's working on the bit between Leeds and York at the moment. And he's also doing the Cross City Line in Birmingham. As I was explaining earlier, he was the guy that originally did the Just Trains route, the Newcastle to York modern route years ago, for the, you know, talking about when Train Simulator first came out. It was like a modern version of the route that the Train Simulator had done themselves. And then he also, I believe, did Bristol to Exeter. He was the guy that did that route as well, but he likes doing stuff for freeware as well, which is kind of like what he does. And he also does scenario packs. Which originally were payware on his site, where you had to buy them, and they were really cheap. And then they're donationware now, so if you like them, you can donate to his website, because it just keeps his website going, you know, like server costs and things. Well, he does. I mean, you'd have to ask him that, but I mean, I think he's done a lot of stuff for the community in the past, so he just wants to carry on doing that, I think. I mean, that's the impression I get anyway. I don't know him personally, so. But yeah, he has done a lot of stuff, good stuff. I mean, if you get a route and you like it, and you've just got some spare change, why not help donate, really, I think. I mean, if you look on his website, he does have a donation button, so you can send him some money. So if you like something, you can always donate. Yeah, that's it, the Barnstable route. Yeah, that's the one that I was talking about. It goes down from Barnstable to Exeter. I'll tell you what, Rob. I actually have that route. What I can do is I'll sometime in the next day or so, I'll put a video up of it on YouTube. I'll do a scenario, and put it up on YouTube. My YouTube name is CKUK Mail, and then yeah, you can either watch it, or if you like, I can probably do a live stream of it in the coming days as well. I actually like the route, actually, to be honest. I didn't get it when it was full price. I waited until Armstrong Powerhouse had a sale on, and then I got it for 50% off. I think on the last sale it was 50%, so... Yeah, hang on a sec. I'm just gonna type in, yeah, so it's... That's my YouTube username. I've got some videos on there already. But if not, I can always do a live stream of it. If any of you guys are interested, I could always do a live stream of it in the next day or so. And then if I do a live stream of it, the video will be archived on Twitch anyway, so you can. So if you miss the stream, then you can always watch it again anyway. So that might be okay too. Yeah, I actually think it's an okay route. I actually think it's quite nice. Because you're not going very fast, even though it's short in distance, you actually, some of the scenarios can take like 30 minutes, 40 minutes to do. So in that respect, it's actually not too bad really, because I mean, if you do London to Brighton, that can take about an hour, so really 40 minutes a scenario sometimes. Right, so anyway, we're just coming into Middlesbrough. So what I like about this route as well is the fact that even when you do a quick drive, it does add in a lot of stuff in the background, so you can kind of get a sense of like day-to-day working, so you get relevant kind of AI traffic. So when you get onto the East Coast Mainline, there's Class 91s, or there's, you know, HSTs about. There's a Transpennine train, for example. Here we are at Middlesbrough anyway. Wait for me, help! Oh, it's okay, it's not in service, that's fine. Yeah, I kind of agree with you there. Yeah, so anyway, this is the latest version of his East Coast Mainline. This is version 1.4, which he had on his website for the last few days. So you can choose, for example, the different quick drive scenarios you want to do. Now, SL did stand for something. I think it was the... Oh, I can't remember what it meant now. It meant something. It was like just to tell you that you're on the Just to tell you, you're on the Middlesbrough line, I think, and then the East Coast Mainline bit, and choose then quick drives from, you know, York to Newcastle. Or, yeah, there was York to Garforth. That's the bit down towards Leeds that he's doing. Actually, maybe I'll do that one. Yeah, I mean, the Wherry line is kind of, you get a lot of single line on it. So it's double line, and then it goes to single line, and then you've got like two lines that split off. And then, so there's a lot of things going on there. And you get a lot of scenarios in the pack as well. Plus you get some Class 37s, which Armstrong Powerhouse have kind of gone and sort of like added some extra things to. Plus they've then added a really nice sound pack for it. So even if you don't have the Armstrong Powerhouse Class 37 sounds, the actual sound pack on that Class 37 you get on the Rowie line is actually pretty amazing. Because you've got like a double-headed Class 37 in some of the scenarios. Really nice, especially when you pick it on up in sale, obviously. But I mean, even at the full price, I think it was okay. So what I'll do is let's see. What I'll do is I'll do York to East Garforth, which is the newest extension on this route as well, which you get in 1.4, just so you can see. Oh yeah, it definitely does. I mean, I think Richard said that the sound for that, they'd recently redid the Class 37, and then they released the HD sounds, and then they managed to get some more sounds for it somewhere else when they went to another preserved line, and then they added those sounds to the one that was on the Rowie Lines pack. Oh yeah, but I mean it's pretty good. So it's like the sounds on that Class 37 are kind of exclusive to that Class 37 you get with Rowie Lines, and then you can then get the Class 37 pack, and then you can then obviously apply that to all Class 37s. But there is a little bit of difference between them sound wise, but even the Pro Sound pack is pretty good. I think he said he was going to update the Pro Sound pack at some point anyway. I know the next thing that Armstrong Powerhouse are working on is a Class 91 enhancement pack, so they're getting the sounds for the Class 91, and then they're going to do some things like change the physics and things. And that's for the default one, so it's not a standalone Class 91, it's actually something that you would actually get that actually applies to the DLC. Right, so here I am at York. So we're going to be heading towards Leeds. Yeah, so we're basically up here in York, and then it's the line that goes down here. That's the East Coast line breaking off there, but then this is the line that carries on towards or that actually might be the I don't know, but anyway. But you get the line that goes off towards Leeds, and so this is like what we're going to be doing now. Oh, I hate that. You can really see that the Class 158 is really showing its age now. I did do some videos on YouTube about the Class 158s actually, because there's so many different versions of it now. that you can get on Steam, and each version has slightly different things, and even the physics change between them as well, which was really weird. For example, this is based on the original, and so a lot of these controls over here don't work, and yet you get the Class 158 for the Liverpool to Manchester route, for example, or the Arriva trains pack Class 158, and you got things over here that work that don't, and then there's a digital clock that doesn't work on this one, for example. It's crazy. I just wish they'd apply everything to just one standard model instead of having so many different versions of it. So now we're going to head towards Leeds anyway. Yeah, I think I got that one. Was that the one that had the oh no, maybe that's not the same one. I think there was two different BR blue packs, wasn't there? Yeah, well, this Class 158, this model is based on, I mean, this model came out in 2008. This is, so any version that's came out since is kind of still based on the same model, but then they've just kind of changed things. Like the original model, this model doesn't have rain effects when it rains. Actually, this version I think is from the Settle to Carlisle run, so this is actually not the worst version of it. Actually, no, I think it is the original. Yeah, there was like, yeah, this isn't the Settle to Carlisle version, because the Settle to Carlisle version has working cab lights, and this one doesn't. And then the later ones have working instrument lights and cab lights and a digital clock and other stuff, and working better rain effects and stuff. Yeah, I've got one of the blue packs, but the blue pack I've got had it had the Class 73, I think, and the Class 423 and the 415, I think, plus an 08, I think. I can't remember. It came. I got it bundled in with the it was with the Chatham Mainline pack. You could get it as a bundle, so that's what I got. I haven't got the other one. Although knowing me, I just don't know what I have these days, because I tend to go on a Steam sale and buy tons of stuff, and then I kind of forget about it and not realise I've got it until I look and go, oh, I've got it. Yeah, at some point the East Coast Mainline heading towards Doncaster will split off from here, and then we'll be on our own on the line to Leeds. Yeah, I've played open. I've played open BBE. I was actually talking about it to one of the other people in chat earlier, because we were talking about the Birmingham Cross City line, because obviously that was a route that I used to play on open BBE, and then we were also talking about the other lines that they had. But my history with train simulators goes all the way back to like the 80s, when I used to play a game on the Commodore 64 and the Spectrum called Southern Belle, which was London to Brighton. And then after that I then got Microsoft Train Simulator, so I had a lot of stuff for that. And then when Rail Simulator came out in 2007, 2008 on DVD, then obviously I got that, and then obviously kind of had everything since, really. I tried trains for a little while, but I wasn't too into that. But open BBE I kind of liked, because I like the sounds and things on that for the trains. I haven't played much of open rails either. Yeah, I know. I haven't really delved into that much though. But I've seen some of the things that people have been able to do with it, and it actually looks quite good. But I don't know exactly where they're at the moment, because I think I haven't really looked at it for about a year or so. So I haven't really looked at their website since to check to see what's going on, because a lot of the Microsoft Train Sim stuff I just basically uninstalled and removed. Yeah, well, that's probably a lot of the reason for that though, is it's probably because a lot of it was written for at the time when Windows XP and Windows 98 were kind of the main OSs, so I don't know if that might be related to it or not as well. I am looking forward to Train Sim World and seeing what happens with that, to be honest. Oh, I see, yeah, okay. Are they still developing for open rail though? Because if they are, have they said anything about the fact that they might, obviously they know about that issue with Windows 10? Or you're just talking about Microsoft, when you're just talking about Microsoft Train Sim itself when you need to install it onto a machine in the first place. Yeah, that's probably one of the problems. See, what I'd probably do in that case is I'd probably make sure that I had a dual boot computer probably. I've got Windows 7 here now, and I've had the retail version of that. So if I ever got Windows 10, then I could just partition and have like both. Then I would know there wouldn't be any issues and stuff like that. Oh yeah, of course, yeah, CD drives, yeah, because a lot of computers you get these days don't have them anymore, do they? Or if you've got like a really slim laptop, then you basically don't get a CD drive on that anyway. Yeah, I liked it. I liked OpenBV. What I liked about it was the fact that even though it wasn't sort of like totally 3D in a way, I mean it was, but it wasn't, if you know what I mean. I know OpenBV had a lot more functionality, but you know, like going back to like BVE 2 and 4, for example. But what I liked the fact was the frame rate was really good, and then when you actually drove and the cab kind of, you know, the movement of the cab really kind of really made it sound quite realistic. And then some of the third-party stuff that came out, where you were driving, like for example, like a Class 87 or something like a Class 321 or something, it really kind of with photorealistic cabs, where obviously they're taking pictures of the cab and then overload everything on top. It was actually pretty good. Yeah, I don't know why that was either. I think it was because a lot of the routes you kind of only drove one way though, didn't you? And you didn't really need to turn around and look at them from the other way. Especially a lot of the routes that were originally for like BVE 2 and 4, I think. And then when you use those routes in OpenBV, I think because you could then look around a lot more in OpenBV, that's probably why you started to notice all those things like, oh, hang on a minute. Why can't I see the back of that person or something? Maybe that was why. Yeah, I'm not exactly speeding there, am I? But anyway, just kind of going along. And was that a pub? No, well, it was a pub for a minute. Yeah, I don't really know about that, about the custom object stuff. Um, Well, I think that's why, for example, you know, Darren from DP Simulation, I think that's why with his newest version, he's kind of stopped doing the Steam Workshop thing. I mean, you can get the East Coast Mainline on Steam Workshop, but it's not the latest version. In fact, he says if you want the latest version, you have to get it from his site, and then you can download it as a an RWP file, and then you can either use the tool, the utility to import it, or you can just open up a utility like 7-zip, and then you can just open it up and then just copy the files over into the relevant folders in your train sim directory. So yeah, so there's East Garforth and there's Garforth. Obviously, I only set the quick drive up to Garforth. I wonder what happens if I drive through it. I think it stops me anyway. I think. What happens? But yeah, this is about as far as it goes from York to Leeds at the moment. But he is working on a lot of stuff. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's another station just up there called Garforth, but I don't think we're going to get there. But anyway. Yeah, but that's the trouble is sometimes though, isn't it? When things work well, they always have to fiddle around with it and change things. That's the trouble. Mm -mm. Yeah, what else did Darren do? Oh yeah, Darren also he did a updated version of the Portsmouth Direct line as well, which is on the workshop. And that basically what it is you have to have the original Portsmouth Direct line, but he basically went through and touched it up. So he added a lot more of his textures and things to the track, and then he also added super elevation to the railway lines and stuff. And then since then, someone else did another version of Portsmouth Direct, which has got even more stuff on it. Hasn't really added any stations, but I mean they've just updated the graphics and textures to make it look a bit more up to date. So look, let's see, there's DPS. Yeah, DPS Portsmouth Direct Line. That's one he did. Yeah, this one here, which is the original workshop version, and then his version, his latest version, has RLS in black brackets, so that you know it's the latest version. He's also did a Edinburgh to Glasgow senior extension as well, which uses the Edinburgh to Glasgow route, and then it extends the line to Carstairs and things. Well, it actually stops in Woking, yeah, but I know what you mean. There is some guys actually making a route which will include Waterloo to Southampton and Waterloo to and Victoria all the way down to Brighton, and the line to Portsmouth and the line from Portsmouth to Southampton all in one all in one route. So that'd be something to keep an eye on. Although, to be honest, I don't know what the memory is going to be like for that one. Have so much in one route. But at the moment, it's just basically track, and then they're adding the scenery to it now. They put all the track work down. But yeah, I mean, I think what Dovetail would have done now is because they've also done so many other London routes, like South London's and North London's and London to Brighton. I think they would have probably extended it a little bit further to London now because they've made so many assets for around London now that they probably could have extended the line to Woking and Waterloo or something. So, because I think Portsmouth Direct Line was it came out before Brighton Line did. Because when you look at Portsmouth Direct Line, it does look quite dated now. Yeah, it is. Um, yeah, City Lines was also, I think, something that he did. Darren did. Um, yeah, Northern Lines. I'm gonna do a stream. I'm gonna do a stream on this one, and then in the next few days. This is the line that Vulcan Productions did. Vulcan did, and it goes from Blackpool to Preston. So I'll run that one. And then there's also North London line backdated. That's another route that I've downloaded recently that was freeware. It's basically a version of North London line but set in the 70s, so you can use like different stock. But anyway, I'm gonna call it a day now because I've been streaming for a little while. So what I would oh yeah, Mardenshire. Yeah, that was quite an interesting idea because they got a route that actually nobody had, that it's not real. And then what they did was they sort of like took the best bits from routes. Like they had like a third rail route, and then they took a high speed route, and then they took a kind of mountain route, and then a freight route, and and added lots of different things into it. So you kind of had like a route map, which kind of had lots of all different kinds of driving in it that you people might have liked. Like, so yeah, I actually like that. Yeah, probably just to get an idea of what would happen with a large map. I think. Yeah, yeah, that wouldn't surprise me actually. You saying that? That's probably what they did. But yeah, Mardenshire, that's quite nice. I might actually do some streams on Mardenshire because I don't see many people doing that stream in Mardenshire. Actually, when I think about it, I don't really tend to see that many scenarios for it either. But I think it's because it's something that's not on Steam that people don't have anything for workshop on it, which is a shame because I think if Mardenshire was on Steam, then people would probably do more scenarios for it. Cool. Well, that's good. But yeah, I kind of liked it. There was a little bit of like Isle of Wight in there, wasn't there? Because there was like the railway where you had to drive from the pier, and then they had like yeah, there was lots of different things in it. It was actually quite good. Well, that's good. Glad you got lots of views and things. Always good. Good stuff. Yeah, sure. That's great. Well, thanks for talking, Rob. Um, don't forget to follow if you want, because then if I stream, then you'll get notified when I stream, which might be handy. So at least you don't miss anything. Although, obviously videos do get archived, so you can always look back on them anyway. Yeah, exactly. That's why I thought I'd just do a stream. I've done some streams during the day, but then I kind of was finished streaming for the day or so, I thought, and then I looked on the website and then I noticed that the Birmingham Cross City line had come out, and I thought, well, I'll do a stream about that actually, just to see, because I don't think anyone's been streaming it recently, because I was probably one of the first people to stream it probably. Although that doesn't really bother me. It's not like I'm trying to compete with anybody. I just decided, well, I just saw it and thought, well, I'll just stream it. So it was quite good. At least it got people talking about it. That's the main thing. If I'd have been sitting at home on my own just playing it, then, well, not the same really. But yeah, thanks for watching anyway. Appreciate it. But yeah, definitely check out in the next few days, because I'll definitely put something up about the Rowie line. And then you can have a look at it, see what it's like. And then see if it's something that you want to purchase for yourself or not. Yeah, definitely keep an eye out. Yeah. Well, you never know. I might have already got yeah, have a look at your link. Oh, okay. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll check those out actually. Well, you got a Class 50 one. Oh, that's nice. I like driving a Class 50. And you've got a District Line to Richmond. That's obviously using repaints, is it, of the Isle of Wight stock? And then you've got oh, okay, cool. I mean, I've downloaded a lot of scenarios, but obviously I not got around to yours. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do streams where I actually get workshop scenarios instead of just using the ones that come with a route from Dovetail, and a lot of people then just get the route and just run scenarios. I thought it'd be good just to see what people are doing in the workshop, and then just randomly just picking one and then just doing a stream about it. Yeah, but that's okay. I don't mind if it uses repaints. Cool. That's good. Yeah, I'll definitely give that a try actually. So you better watch out in the next few videos, because you never know, I might actually feature one of your scenarios then, if that's okay. It was quite a good scenario actually. I downloaded the other day. It was quite a recent one, and it was called. It was very. Oh, I can't remember what it was called, but there was a lot of stuff going on. It was basically a scenario from Paddington to Cardiff, and then they basically said, oh, there was a lot of museums that had opened that had allowed some of their trains to be that are on display to be driven around on the lines today. So look out, and so there was lots of like really old trains driving around as you drove from Bristol to Cardiff. You know, there was like steam engines that you might pass and all sorts of things. It was really quite interesting. It's kind of different, kind of like that. Yeah, there are some good people doing streams. I mean, there's Matt Pendleton doing a stream. Then there was a guy that I was watching tonight, Captain something. I'd watched a couple of his streams before. So yeah, there's lots of people. And then there's like Scribble. He does a lot of sim stuff. He does trains and trucks and all sorts of things. And then there's another guy called Steve Chester. He streams on, does post videos on YouTube. He does mainly buses and things. In fact, he does a little bit of everything. So yeah, there are some good people about. So yeah. But yeah, I'll definitely be looking at your scenarios then. Mm. Yeah, FSX, Prepare 3D. Oh, you like that kind of stuff too then? Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a lot of good streamers as well that do stuff for Flight Sim as well. I tried streaming actually Flight Sim a little while ago, but it just the frame rate just basically halves when I stream. So that wasn't too good. Sometimes I'm flying around in sceneries where my frame rate goes down to like about 20 frames a second anyway, and then all of a sudden when I'm streaming it goes down to 10, and then suddenly I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't good. I did do some streams. I did do some videos on YouTube where I was flying in FSX, but I was using the photo scenery for UK, and so I did some flights around Devon and Cornwall. And then I had the Aerosoft night environment pack for GB, and then I was using that in a video as well, just flying around. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, P3D's okay too, but obviously, you know, if you're just running on a computer that's not very top end, and obviously when you start adding things like Orbex sceneries and things, and then you're trying to stream at the same time, suddenly it does really affect. And then you've got like PMDG stuff running, then that affects frame rates as well. SimSig, no, I don't know what that is. What's that? Oh, is it something that comes with a flight sim, is it? Or is that something different? Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's obviously going to get better. I mean, I think the next version, version 4, which will probably be, I think I got a feeling that's going to be out sooner than what you think, I think. Oh, okay, I'm not really into signaling though. I'm not really into signaling. Signaling's not my thing. Have a look. Yeah, bright and excellent. Having a look now. Yeah, it looks a bit like yeah. That's something that I don't really have an interest in. I think the only I do know somebody actually that's a signalman in real life. He actually works at Three Bridges at that big centre down there. And but before that, before he got moved there, he used to work on the Arun Valley line. He used to work on the signal box. I think it was at Pulborough, I think, or Billing. Yeah, at Pulborough, I think it was. He used to work. He used to do that signal box. I did see a video where can't remember where I saw it though, but there was some guy that was developing something in Unreal Engine 4. Now, a lot of people were wondering if he was developing for Dovetail, but obviously he wasn't admitting it, and he was doing some testing where he had a class, I think it was a class 25, but he also had it so you could walk. So basically, but instead of you driving a train, what he was doing he was running around to a signal box, and then could then pull the levers, and then there was like a bell ringing, thingy and stuff, and then you had to go and run down to the gates, and you had to open the level crossing gates and do stuff. A lot of people are wondering if that kind of thing is going to be in Train Sim World as well at some point, where you can actually do the signals from a signal box. So anyway, there's a lot of people talking about that. Yeah, anyway, yeah, you better go. You mean the what guy is that? You talking? You going back to DP simulations, or are you talking about this stuff that I was talking about with the signal box? If it's the signal box stuff, I'll just have a look to see if it's in my history, because I think I looked at it maybe a day or so ago. Um, oh, here you go. Right. Yeah, that was the most recent video that he did. So it was basically AI trains and AI signalmen and stuff like that, and a lot of people weren't sure if he was kind of working for Dovetail Games or he was doing something for them. They weren't really sure. Or it could have been that he was just designing his own game, you know, like which he was then gonna obviously try and sell the idea to somebody. But it kind of shows you the potential of the things that you can do with the Unreal 4 engine. So obviously, you know, it could be something where you could actually like have a multiplayer and then you could actually have someone in the signal box doing the signals. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean that's probably what it is as well, but even so, you know, it just sort of shows you what you can do with that engine. But there was a lot. If you read through the comments, some people weren't were a bit unsure about it. You know, as in like they weren't. They wondered if the guy was kind of doing something for Dovetail Games as well or something. But I don't know. Yeah, probably has. I mean, I don't really know too much about it, but I mean, from what I've seen of it, you just gotta hope that Dovetail kind of make the most of the possibilities that they have on offer with it, and sort of like use it some kind of potential. But what I'm hoping is that they'll kind of I don't know what they're going to do. Anyway, I won't carry on talking, otherwise it'll be all night. Anyway, we'll leave that for another time. But anyway, yeah, take care of yourself. And obviously, I'll catch up with you another time. Cool. No, I'm not very good at programming. I think the only time I ever programmed was when I had a Commodore 64 and there was like a magazine with like code in it. And then I got to the end and pressed the button to start it all and typed it all in, and then it came up with error messages. uh, yeah, definitely do that. Anyway, it's good meeting you. Good chatting. Take care of yourself. See you another time.